my mouth and start my speech. So this is what my parents told me when I used to come home from elementary school, crying and complaining that the little kids had been teasing me and calling me names and making me cry. Think about the words that you use to describe yourself. Single white female, although I promise I left my kitchen knife at home today. Healer, writer, singer. Although I'm still trying to figure out how to make all those three things work as a career. Daughter, sister, friend. All three of these are wonderful, and yet I'm not a wife or a mother. And it's kind of funny to think about how powerful words can be. Now think about the words that describe your life. This is something that my grandmother, Esther Iverson, used to say to me every time I left the house. And as I get older, I find myself stopping and thinking even more about my past, about my family, and thinking about what they would say to me. It's become particularly important since my mom died 4 years ago, and I don't have her to go to and ask for her advice. And I find myself calling upon her, calling upon those who've gone before me for advice in situations that I need. I used to hate hearing this when I was a child, mostly because Dad usually pulled this out when we did something intelligent like stub our toe on the furniture, running around barefoot in the house. But this has really become something that everybody who has been a student, an athlete, a patient, or a friend knows me by. And I get a thrill every time I hear someone else saying this to somebody because of something that they've done. All of us are troubled by the things that are happening in our world, politically, economically, socially, medically. Change starts here. Simple. One step, one action, one thought. Repeated over and over again, and it grows from you to the next person. This is the hardest one for all of us. You can do the right thing when you're standing in a group, when you're standing in a room, when people are watching you. But what about when you're alone, when you're by yourself? My last boss used to say to me, so that athlete that got hurt, are they a good person? Because if they're not a good person, I'm not going to authorize the insurance to cover their injury. That's not how the NCAA works, but that's how he worked. And it used to kill me, because that was not the agreement that was made when those students signed the contract to come to the university where we worked. Unfortunately, I was the only person that heard it, and it was my word against his. And I had no way to take it to a higher authority. This is one of my favorites, because I have always believed that rules were written for the people who were too afraid to create their own. Now obviously there are some rules like gravity that none of us can break, but most rules are there because people are trying to be controlled. And so every time I go someplace, I get the rules and I read them through and kind of make notes. Okay, don't break, bend, not important. Don't break this one, don't break this one, bend this one's not necessary. And I have been known throughout my life for creating my own path and not following the rules. In fact, when I've gone back to my reunions at college and high school and I've talked to professors and talked to teachers, the first thing they often say to me is, yeah, you never followed any path or any rules. We really never knew what you were doing. And we loved it. And this one is very important. For 23 years, I've been an athletic trainer. One of the most beautiful things about my career is that I get to see people at their best and at their worst. I honestly can't tell you how many people I've treated, how many people I've spent time with. And there really aren't adequate words to describe what it feels like and the experience of holding someone in your arms when they are terrified and they are in pain. But it changes you every single time. And I honestly hope that I have been able to give as much to each of those people as they have given to me. So please, find your words. Write them on your soul. Live those words so that the world may know you. Thank you.